I get that Platonic is primarily about college pals gradually discovering they are no longer in college, but you would think that by season 2, the show would have developed a more significant take on this particular joke. By introducing a new character, Wildcard, who was formerly a member of the party animal triumvirate and is soon revealed to be a sexless, intermittent, fasting man-child who is creepily enamored with Sydney Sweeney and is in bed by 10 p.m., Episode 3, The Bachelor Party, sidesteps the problem. Wildcard is portrayed by guest star Beck Bennett. The objective is slightly different, but the joke remains the same. I could support the idea of analyzing Sylvia and Will's current stages in relation to someone who has experienced more arrested development than the two of them, but the episode doesn't really function that way. This is despite the fact that Wildcard was somehow essential to the group, but has never been mentioned or shown until now. Instead, Sylvia begins acting in an extremely stupid manner in an attempt to live up to her recollection of Wildcard's college-era antics, and she simply keeps embarrassing herself as a little gossip that could upset the balance of Will and Jenna's upcoming wedding is threatening to surface. Since there hasn't been any indication since the start of the season that Will and Jenna had a partially functional relationship, this is quite hard to believe. When Sylvia sees Wildcard, she tells him about it and then swears him to secrecy since she is still in shock over Jenna labeling her nothing. Subsequently, Will swears to Wildcard that he and Jenna only infrequently have sex. For a while, Will's bachelor party consists of 3 individuals becoming really uncomfortable with one another, taking a few very modest candies of cannabis, and then embarrassing themselves. Since the gummies make suspicious, she has an advantage in this. In addition to her terrible attempt to follow Katie's instruction to smurf the word bitch by using it so frequently that it loses all meaning, she goes one step further by using the cannabis to get the males to discuss Jenna while leaving her phone recording them. She addresses the matter more directly after listening to the lengthy tirade about Sydney Sweeney and Will's eventual admission that he and Jenna don't have sex. However, I don't think we needed an entire episode to make the point that a happy marriage depends on having a healthy sexual life, if that's the main lesson from Platonic's Season 2, Episode 3. I would have much rather spent the evening with Charlie and his co-workers getting him ready for a Jeopardy appearance, but maybe I'm the only one who thinks so. That is much better than a late-night after-dark aquarium visit that causes Will to have a wet dream about water and decide to end his relationship with Jenna. It goes without saying that he will need Sylvia to drive him to San Diego in order to carry out the act, and she will undoubtedly become involved since she is unable to resist, and because there wouldn't be a performance without her. However, the conflict feels a little pointless due to the quick falling out and making up structure, and the repetition of the same point, that these people are all dull adults, becomes really tiresome after we've already spent an entire season on it. Relatedly, I wrote in one of my notes, "Why does Will dress like this?" I simply believe that everyone ought to be aware